It was actually in high school. I wrote a diss track to one of my good friends at the time. It happened to come on in the car, and he wanted to play it all the way through. And of course, it wasn't the nicest stuff, but you know, it got the point across, and I think I did it pretty well at the time. And I thought, you know, if I can just do this, whip this up, you know, in my head in GarageBand, just from what I'm feeling, you know, why not pursue it a little further?
This is a red line train to Howard.
Where I'm coming from, what I'm trying to be about is a good comparison. The bad boys, like Bill Laimbeer, he grew up in a very rich neighborhood. Whenever he would come to play basketball, everyone would hate him, you know, they'd already have that kind of like, man, you shouldn't even be here, you know, and so I kind of have that chip on my shoulder of like, I've got something to prove.
I ain't even looking twice. Shit is not important. Speaking of important, stop killing for Jordans. Yawning.
I've always wanted to be a writer, so I think that's kind of like an outlet for me. It's almost like I see it as a challenge, I guess, to kind of come at it as if you really want to do this, then you have to be able to do every form and every aspect of it. Everybody's always going to have their own personal viewpoint, and you can't really take that away from anyone. You also can't always put yourself in someone's shoes, and so I guess what I'm trying to do is give you a glimpse of what that's like, at least one part of me, you know, at least to kind of step inside Philly Blunt's shoes. It's almost not even really starting out for me, it's kind of just starting, you know. So eventually it'll take me wherever I need to go. I'm just gonna stick to me, stick to being myself, and I think I have a lot to offer in that category. Rap's, I feel like, very passionate at all times. It's definitely an art form. It's definitely getting a lot more credit now than I think it ever has before, because a lot of the times, and even still now, rap's kind of just tossed aside as, oh, those guys that are just making a bunch of lines about how they're disrespecting women and all that, and now I feel like it's really coming almost not full circle, but definitely to a point of a lot more appreciation, which it really deserves.
Billions, half a lot of billions, while we are just civilians. Oh my God, stop. Heavy on the gas, my foot on the pedal. The bank pull the strings for my money like a pedal. Say you don't believe me, so you wanna bet though in the club, but you I'm so off. Right?
You're so off. Yeah, dude.
How did that even happen?
It's because you just stumbled after the stop.
I did, that's true.
Yeah, you can't stumble over that stuff. You gotta go balls.
Yeah.
Balls
That
to the
stop
wall.
has to be balls deep.
In and out of the rap game regardless, I'm gonna travel the world. So that's the goal. But I actually want to be an actor. I think that's where I would like to take my creativity. Maybe a writer, you know, for like something on television, maybe a movie. But anything to do with writing is what I'm gonna follow.
Taking my last breath and I'ma do it till I'm on it. Betting me a hater, I throw money like a Marlin. Left your girl pussy so knew she bout to ball in. I was all up in it till around 6 in the morning. About to get my paper up and get up on the Forbes list. Model bitches show me theirs like we in New Orleans. I ain't even looking twice, shit is not important. Speaking of important, stop killing for Jordans. Yawning, 5 a.m. Uber to the studio, who would know? Life Life is just my movie though. Hard working, hustling, I start looking like Rudy, yo. Coming out my tunnel, man, and now I'm up and running with my feet in the game, looking like the man now. Lungs feeling with that loud, got my head up in the clouds. Hands pressed together, Lord, let my sound out.